YouTube advertising by real estate agents is not that common. And it's not because the opportunity isn't there, it's because most real estate agents are unaware that you can actually advertise effectively through YouTube. In today's video, I show you how you as a real estate agent can advertise on YouTube and generate leads on demand. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime, founder of Echo Real Estate Advisors. Welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. The reach you can have with YouTube is massive. There are over 1.8 billion monthly users on YouTube alone. Now, while you may think that you have to produce content every single day, that is far from reality. Instead of focusing on content, you can actually focus on producing video ads. You know, those ads that you have to wait 5 seconds before you can skip through? That can be you. And I get it. While they may be annoying to some, they are super effective for many. Now, before we go to the computer, let me ask you, are you presently using YouTube in your marketing strategy? Let me know in the comment section down below. Is it something that you've thought about? Is it something that you're doing presently? Or is it something that you'd like to learn more about? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, let's get started. If this looks familiar to you, it's probably because you've run Google Ads in the past. This is the Google Ads platform that you use not only to run Google Ads, but you use it to run YouTube ads as well. So for those of you that might not know, YouTube is owned by Google. Very similar to Instagram being owned by Facebook, their advertising platform is one in the same. So if you're gonna run some ads, you have to go through here. We're gonna go to the plus button to start a new campaign. And then you're gonna be met with objectives. What are your goals? How do you wanna advertise? And based off of your selections, they're going to guide you through the options that you have and the goals that you're seeking. They're gonna kind of pre-filter some things, gray out some items that you may not have access to because of the way that you're advertising. So for the purposes of today, we want to promote website traffic. We want to promote some sort of action on our YouTube ads. So we're gonna go to website traffic. And then you can't see it because of my video, but right here, you're gonna see video. Now this definition does a great job of articulating the importance of having a compelling call to action. The type of ad that we're going to run is an in-stream ad. This is a type of ad that you see before you watch another video. So some videos you're going to notice that there's a pause about 5 seconds worth of an ad before you can skip it. This is the same type of ad that you're going to run. So keep that in mind. Keep yourself in mind. What do you do when you see those types of ads? If they're attention getters, if it's something that's of interest, you may stay on a little bit longer before you end up skipping, or you may feel compelled enough to actually click through and find out what the ad is about. Very much the same thing. So you're going to have the same capabilities right here. So we're going to go to video. Now you're going to see right here that they're asking for conversions. This type of ad is going to work with conversions. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to optimize based off of clicks. So you're going to be driving traffic based off conversions. If you have not set up a conversion, know that there's going to be a little notification exclamation mark at the end where you're not going to be able to run the ad. If they do give you the go ahead, know that your ad will not be shown to anybody because you don't have a conversion set up. In order for you to set up a conversion, you'd have to go to Tools and Setting and go up here to set up that conversion. For the purposes of today's video, I am not going to cover that because there's other videos in this channel that go into much better depth and cover that topic in a much better way than what we're going to do today. So I'm assuming that you have a conversion, and if not, check out the other videos in this channel that show you how to do that. All right, so we're going to go with video conversions and the date. How I typically like to do it is I actually like the date. It helps me stay a little bit organized. And then I also like to share or to call out the type of ad that I'm going to be running along with the video. So in this case, it's going to be a in-stream. And the video, I have not selected a video, so I'm just going to say video. And then you're going to see the bid strategy. In the past, if you're running a certain type of ad, specifically a traffic ad, you would be able to optimize per clicks, but in this case, they want you to select an actionable, a valuable event, which would be a conversion. So we're going to go with maximize our conversions. We're not going to select a target CPA, so cost per action. It's still a conversion, but we don't know what our target cost per action is at the moment. So we just want to maximize the amount of conversions that we can generate. Daily budget, we're going to go with $20. I like to start it and not set any limits on when I'm going to end the campaign. And then you're going to see two types of delivery. One is standard, the other one is accelerated. The standard will actually accelerate your spend the first several days if there's enough volume. So it's still a good idea to go with standard so you can have at least a range of where they'll stop. But if you say $20, know that this first day could actually well be $30, not $20. It's unlike Facebook, where Facebook will cap you. This does not cap you. It will actually take an aggregate, an average based off of 30 days. So the daily average will be $20. It just may not be $20 every single day. All right, the networks that we're going to use, we just want our videos on YouTube videos. So our ad on YouTube videos. You can select other partners, but we're not going to do that for our purposes today. The search result is what you see on the side, and when people type in whatever topic that you're going to cover, that's where you would go to select that if that's where you wanted to advertise. But for our purposes, we're focused on in-stream. Then with languages, you can select different languages if you would like. I'm just going to call out English right now because that's the language that they'll hear my ad in. And then the states, let's go with Texas. I only want to run my ad in Texas. Now you're going to notice something, that here you don't have the option of selecting those people that are actually in the geographic location. That's actually already done for you. In the past, you were selecting people that were interested in the location. In this case, it's going to take the IP of where they're actually at. So you don't have to do that. A little bit different than with Google Ads, where people can select based off of a location they're interested in, but may not necessarily live in. So here, it's a little bit different. Just wanted to call that out. And then inventory type is going to be where you want your content to appear. So you're going to see the standard, which is what we're going to go with, versus if you want to get a little bit more restrictive in where you want your content to show up, you can certainly do that. The best explanation would be right here. Excludes extremely sensitive content, for example, and then it gives you where your ads would not show up. Same exclusions as expanded, and also excludes, for example, right here, and then same exclusions. So it gives you different types. I like to go with just standard. I don't necessarily want to go to expanded, inventory, nor limited. Standard works just fine. For my type of content, your type of message will vary. Now, you can get even more myopic. If you want to not show your ads in certain type of videos, those videos that have profanity, those videos that cover certain issues that you don't want to be part of, then you can certainly exclude your audience here. You're going to see that your impressions are going to change. So it goes down naturally as you exclude where your ads are showing, but you don't have to. You just have that option. Then we're going to go to exclude types and labels. On the left-hand side, you're going to see embedded videos. So if somebody has their video, a YouTube video on their website, it would show up there. Or live streaming videos before people actually go to live stream. There's an ad that shows up prior. So I like to exclude both of those. I don't want to show ads where the video is embedded on somebody else's website or in other websites. I just want it to be on the YouTube interface. And as far as live streaming, the way I see it is people are going to see their live stream for a purpose. Very rarely would I get somebody clicking off that live stream in order to go to my ads, regardless of how compelling it is. So I just don't have much faith in the live streaming being there, because it's just going to eat up my money. And based off of my split test, I have been proved correctly. It's totally your call. Just want to give you why I exclude those from where my ads show up. Then when you go to select digital content labels, you can, again, more exclusion, more control on where your ads can show up. This is a big change that has happened because of a few years ago, something known as the adpocalypse, where certain major brands were advertising in videos and they didn't necessarily like the type of content that was within those videos. So there's this big adpocalypse that they called it. I think there's 3 adpocalypse now. There's just been change after change after change when it comes to paid ads on YouTube. You can select devices. You can select how many times you want your ads to show up, the ad schedule, everything else. You have a lot of control over your ads. For our purposes right now, I just want to show you that those are available to you. I'm not going to mess with them right now. We get to the ad group, and this is where you select the people that actually see your ad. For our purposes, we're not going to do too many changes. I'm not going to worry about the ad group name at this time because I'm just going to show you the demographics, the interest, and everything that you have available to you at the moment. You can select based off of gender, based off of age, parental status, household income. Now keep in mind that this is a little bit different than Facebook. In Facebook, if you're running real estate ads, you know that you're limited in that regard. So if you're running credit, housing, and employment over on Facebook, the gender isn't there, the age isn't there, parental status isn't there, the household income is not there. So look at the opportunity on the screen right now. These demographics are still available to you. So nothing is going to change in regards to the type of message that you can convey. Here is just a different platform. So if you're accustomed to Facebook, then seeing this should excite you, because these items, this type of targeting is not available on Facebook. So keep that in mind. Just wanted to call that out. For our purposes today, I'm not going to exclude any of those at this moment. And then when we go to browse, I'll just explain this before we move on. You can target based off of demographics. You can target based off of what their interests are. And something super cool, and I'll park it here for a second, is what they are actively researching or planning. Actively researching or planning. So these people are in market. They're looking to make a purchase. They're looking to act on whatever they're searching or planning. So if you click here, you get to see options. You get to see in-market audiences, certain business services. You can go to employment. You can go to, let me get to the one that I want. Real estate, commercial properties, moving relocation, residential properties. We're going to click there, and you're going to see residential properties for rent or residential properties for sale. You have that type of targeting available to you. Very similar to Google Ads, but this is the YouTube platform. So if you have a message that you want to convey in a video format, within the first 5 seconds of a video, you can target those people that are actively in market for a real estate purchase. How powerful is that? Real estate agents are not doing that right now. So just wanted to call that out because it's super powerful. How they have interacted with your business so you're able to retarget. If you have a Google tag set up, this is going to be perfect for you. If you don't, very similar to Facebook Pixel, if you don't have the Google tag set up, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You want as much data as possible in order to retarget those people that have engaged with you in the past. And then you can actually create your own combined audience. We're not going to go into that today. In fact, I'm just going to leave that there for now. Now that we've gone through the audience, now we get to select where we want our ads to show up. And then you can go based off of placements. You can select certain YouTube channels, certain videos, certain websites, popular content. You can select based off of topics if they're looking for real estate in general. If they're looking for hobbies, health, games, food, you can drill down further there. Or if they're looking based off of certain keywords, it's super powerful. For our purposes today, I'm not going to select one of them right now. I just want to show you the options that you have with YouTube and the opportunities that you have here. It's incredible. And then to finish off the actual creation of the YouTube video, let's go ahead and, let's first select one. Let me go to my videos. Which one do we want to highlight? Let's go with this one. We're going to go with share. This is a good example of an in-stream ad. Dan Locke has 5 seconds in order for him to make the perfect pitch before I hit the skip ad. But what I'm after is this right here. And then I'm going to go back and place it over here. And there you go. You see my ad ready to go. Very similar to what Dan over here was doing. I can do the same thing. Final URL. Let's just say I just wanted people to watch my video because I wanted to share that specific video. In your case, when you're running YouTube ads, think back to that description that we started off with when we were creating our campaign. You want to create an ad that captures attention, and you want to create an ad that has a call to action. This video was just an example. This is actually the content, which you might have seen it before. If not, I highly encourage you. Free real estate leads for realtors. It's a pretty good one. But this is not necessarily geared or equipped for an ad. It's just a video that I wanted to show so you could see what it actually looks like as an ad. When you're actually creating an ad, be sure that it is something that has a call to action that is more equipped to evoke some action. So I think I drove that point home. You can create a call to action. So sign up is what we're going to put. And notice that you don't have too many characters to play with. You have 10. And then the headline right here, replacing my name. Let's just say free homes as an example. You can see that, and then you can see the call to action. The final URL. In this case, I put my video because let's just say I wanted for people to view my video. In most cases, when you're running an ad, your call to action should be very similar to what you've done on Facebook and Instagram. Encourage people to download your list of homes under $300,000 in Highland Park or something like that. Has some deliverable, has a lead magnet that would encourage people to reach out to you or download. So essentially you're capturing leads. Very same structure, just in a different platform than from Facebook. So that's where you would put the final URL there. And your display URL could be anything else. You can just type in whatever, I shouldn't have done that, but any URL that you want, you can just type in there. It's something that would just display over here. So you're good on that. And then you can upload an image to have a banner, which would only show up on computers, but I just go with auto-generate using your channel banner, and it works just fine. But know that you can upload your image, take note of the size and the dimensions that they would need to be in order for it to work, and then you would just name your ad. Up here you could have named, even though we didn't do it, your ad group. Here you can name your ad. That way you know and are able to track everything that you're doing and are able to split test your ads that way. Then you would press save and continue. Folks, that's all there is to it. This is how you run a YouTube ad. Now remember, you can always reference this video as you're running real estate ads. And you can always reference the free YouTube Ads Essentials course, link in description. Now, quick question. Was running a YouTube ad as simple or as difficult as you thought? Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you found value in this video today, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can talk again soon.